How's it going, everybody? Tim Bongiovanni here from Northgate Studio, and today I'm going to convince you that your background vocal arrangements need to be easy to sing. Now, the first thing you need to know about recorded vocals is that they grab attention easily. Whether it's a lead vocal, background vocal, vocal chop, or a synth patch made out of a vocal sample, it will resonate with the listener on a different level than any other element of your production. One of the benefits of making the background vocal arrangement easy is that it will likely not draw too much attention to itself and distract from your lead vocal. So here are some ways to keep it simple. 1. Know your goal. One of my favorite ways to use background vocals is to highlight portions of the song that I want to communicate in a different way. I like to use them to heighten and elevate the energy at certain points, and then at other points use them to add fullness and density. The first step to making anything easy to play or sing is to write it in a way that makes sense to the person playing or singing it. This is a lot easier to do if you know why you're putting it in the arrangement in the first place. Number 2, know your singer. Part of being a good producer or arranger is knowing the tools and resources at your disposal. For example, you might have a string library that's great at performing legato passages, but the moment you speed up those lines, it starts to sound artificial. No two voices or singers are equal, so make sure that you arrange your parts with the actual individuals in mind. This is a good practice whether you're writing vocal parts or writing guitar parts. Just make sure that you're focusing on who the people are and what their skill set is. Number 3, don't just think vertically, think horizontally. A lot of times in today's music, you'll hear producers talk about vocal stacking, and a lot of that is doubles and triples and quadruples or octuples of the main vocal or background vocals. The singer behind the mic is not worried about the stack, they're worried about their next note. They're concerned with the overall musical phrase, and if it's a phrase that is constantly going to a place that is less musically intuitive or has lots of weird interval jumps, it could affect the speed at which they learn their part and their overall performance. Now, I usually find that there's a sweet spot between what the singer needs to sing to follow the chords and what the singer needs to sing to make their line a better and more interesting line. The goal is to get as much as you can of both worlds. All it takes is a little bit of digging and you can find it. Number 4, do your best to make the background vocals interesting. Singing is not just about hitting the right notes, it's about emotionally connecting to the song. So when we talk about something making easy to sing, we have to consider how easy it is to perform it emotionally as well as technically. Giving your background singer a single note for the entire song is a great way to get them to feel bored with their part. Now, don't get me wrong, droning a note can be a really effective way to add interest to your production. Simply not changing pitch over multiple chord changes is a great way to find interesting tensions. Just be mindful that performing it gets old a little fast. Number 5, if they're not singing words, give them syllables that make sense for what they're doing. This is a point I can't stress enough. Lips, teeth, tongue, they all block a lot of sound. Moving them out of the way is a great way to give you the difference between piano and forte. If you want your singers to sound loud and powerful, give them open vowels like whoa or ah. And if you want them to sound quiet and whispery, oohs or ohs are my go-tos. The last thing to note is that open vowels are much easier to sing quietly than closed vowels are to sing loudly. So if you need whispery ahs, give it a shot. And as with everything in music, there are no hard and fast rules. If you have the time and desire, experiment. Number 6, take advantage of triads. Most of Western music is built off of major and minor triads, so writing harmony parts that are based on the roots, thirds, and fifths of the chord progressions you're using is a really fast way to get a full vocal sound. Now, if you're only looking for one line of vocal harmony, you're probably going to want to base that off of the third of the chords first. Basing it off of the fifth will give you a very highly stylized sound, and might work for some genres, but not for others. So there you have it, my top 6 tips for making background vocal arrangements easier to sing. I hope you found this video useful and helpful, and if you want to talk about it, want to talk about something else, want to hear me talk about something else, feel free to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below. I'm Tim Bongiovanni at Northgate Studio.